What is up, guys? It's your Money Cat. In this video, we are going to talk about Amazon, take a look at its chart, talk about its support, resistances, and where it could be a good place to possibly enter into Amazon. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you are always notified when Money Cat is here. We are looking at Amazon's chart on 180 days 4-hour time frame. Amazon's sitting at $3,005, which is just slightly above this support line I've drawn at around $29.45. Now, before the miraculous turnaround last Friday, the low that we touched, this whisker right here, that actually is the same as what we reached at the September sell-off. So we saw some sort of support, or we at least bounced back at the very same level that we bounced back off of September, which is a good sign for Amazon that it was once again able to turn around, bounce back, and stay above this support line right here. This support line is very important to protect because Amazon has been range bound since back in July of 2020, and we have been in this range between this resistance, 29.45 or 3,000 or so, and to the top side at all-time high at 3,550 or so. So it's imperative that Amazon protect this support and break this current local downward trend line and be able to at least continue channeling within this range. Zooming in, we can see that the MACD has crossed over into positive momentum once again, although it has done that before and that did not stop this current downward trend. Also, the stimulus just passed the Senate, so they'll be voting it in the House on Tuesday. So that may provide some additional positive momentum going into next week. However, all of this does not yet confirm the trend reversal, even with Amazon bouncing off a precise point where it was able to bounce off back in September, until we see this local downward trend line getting broken to the upside, and then perhaps a little bit of pullback and continuing to go upwards. So this would provide us with a new upward trend line and new higher lows and higher highs. When we see that, we can confirm that this downward trend is no more, and Amazon at the least will likely continue its kind of consolidation and horizontal channeling going forward. If we look at the 1-year daily chart for Amazon, there are a couple things that give me hope that this could be the bottom for Amazon, or at least Amazon being able to protect this support line. First, if you look at the MACD, we have 3 points that stand out as kind of similar level as where we are currently. If you look at all those 3 points, the first one was the March 2020 low before we bounced back in a big way. The second point is back in September sell-off, where we again bounced back all the way from the bottom of this horizontal channel to almost to the top of the horizontal channel. That is going from $2,900 to about $3,500. So now we are at the similar level, and guess where we are? We are exactly back where we were in September sell-off. So history tells us that there's a good chance that the MACD will show another bounce, which will coincide with price once again going back into kind of the middle zone to the upper zone of this horizontal channel that we are in. Also, if you look at the RSI, we are at a very low point, almost oversold. We are currently at 34.98, and we haven't reached this point since back in March 2020. We are actually slightly below the September sell-off level. So again, these key points where we have been before, it was followed by a massive run up, or at least a massive bounce back up to near all-time high. If we fall any farther below this support line at 3,000, this is kind of an uncharted territory for us. We haven't been in this region since before July 2020, so it has been a very long time, and I have drawn a tentative support line right here around 2,700 or so, but even then, that does not seem like a very strong support. If you are looking for a real confidence, strong support level, then you would have to go down all the way to around 2,500 or so. Let's mark that in. And that is where the last consolidation period was. So that would be a real strong support. The middle one around 2,700 is kind of just a tentative one, which will be reevaluated if we do fall below this support line right here around 3,029.50 or so. Given all the indication, I do like Amazon right here because of possible turnaround off of the very strong support we have, as well as all these corresponding levels in MACD and RSI that is similar to all the low points that we've had within the last year, which it was followed by a massive jump to the upside. So as long as we don't see another massive jump in the 10-year interest rate, I think this could be a point where Amazon starts consolidating or even bounce back in a strong way, kind of like how it did in the second half of last Friday.